Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter, Instagram, Threads. You know, if there's anybody on Threads. But first, let me take a minute and tell you about this really great wholesale land value here in the state of Texas. Never before offered prime Texas acreage. This coming Saturday, October 21st, it's the new section grand opening of prime Texas properties at wholesale prices. You get brand new lake access barn dominium ready for your finishes on 6 plus acres for only $119,900, or 3 10-acre Lakeview estates priced to sell in one day from only $49,900. Limited availability. Don't miss out. This coming Saturday, you can own 2 plus acres of direct dockable lakefront on a trophy Bass Lake for only $59,900. Minutes to town for shopping and dining. Properties are serviced by gated entrance, paved roads, utilities, and high-speed internet to work from home. Multi-million-dollar clubhouse, equestrian center, and resort-style pool exclusively for owners. Call 765-LAKE NOW. New section grand opening Saturday, October 21st, this coming Saturday. Buy directly from the developer and save thousands on October 21st, this Saturday. These properties are wholesale, priced to sell in one day. Call 765-LAKE-NOW. That's 765-LAKE-NOW, or online at texaslanddeal.com. That's txlanddeal.com.
That Gray is unleashed.
And, of course, we welcome, after what was obviously a rough weekend, Keith Melinak to the show.
Who had the rough weekend?
Apparently you did.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I see.
I mean.
Okay.
Wee.
Okay. Good to see you.
The water weight gain, I don't know. What happened?
Good to see you again, I'll tell you that.
Jeffy's filling in for Keith this week. So won't that be fun? Won't that be fun?
So you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
From your Amway Tupperware conference. I was waiting for the new products to come back and see if they're any worthwhile.
Were ya? Did ya? I was at a Faith Matters conference in Utah.
Yeah.
Actually,
so
had nothing to do with
products?
Tupperware. Nothing to do with Tupperware.
Sure. No problem.
And it was mostly pretty good. It was really good in some cases. It was very bad in one or two cases.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
It's supposed to be faith-related,
That's what the deal was,
spiritual.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Uplifting, stronger, powerful, bring everyone together.
Right. So day number 2, they get this guy up there on stage. I don't even know who he is. George Henley or something. I never heard of him.
Bill is who it was. Yeah, Bill was speaking.
Bob. Yeah. His name's Bob. And, through most of his talk, it was okay. It was fine. It was about nature and things. And then, toward the end,
here we go.
Guess what he started in on?
Climate change.
Oh, my gosh. Did he ever? And he laid it on thick. We're in what we call the 6th extinction period right now. But this one, unlike the other 5, this one is because of mankind. I'm like, well, what caused the last 5? Why? Why did that happen? I was about to run up on stage. There's 3,000 people there. Grab a microphone and he couldn't understand how anybody could possibly not agree.
You absolutely should have gone up.
I was so pissed. I got up and walked out. I walked out. Okay. Yeah. I walked out during his speech.
I would have loved you to go up.
Bull crap. I would have too. We were sitting there with some friends from Dallas that also came up there for it, and my friend actually hunted him down after his speech in the lobby and wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
First, he was going to find him as he came off stage, and his wife talked him out of that, and then. So he waited in the lobby looking for the guy because he knew he'd walk through the lobby.
Right. Plus, he wants everybody to slap him on the back and say what a great job he did.
Yep. Sure enough, he came through, and I didn't happen to be there at the time because I removed myself from the situation, fortunately. But my friend Scott found him and said, "Dude, what are you doing? This was supposed to be non-political." It wasn't political. That's science. Oh, okay. He gave no scientific proof of this, no evidence of it.
It's that's science.
Just his, BS up there about what's happening to the planet. That's science. Really? Okay. Jeez. Oh, agonizing.
Awesome.
And so Scott actually laid some facts and figures on him, and he's like, "Okay, we're done here." And he left.
No way he wants to hear that.
You can't. They can't defend their position. They have no defense. But CO2 is killing the planet, despite the fact that Al Gore admitted.
Yeah, he did.
Remember this?
Yes, he did. And obviously, Al Gore covers his butt all the time like this.
Yeah, but listen to this.
The temperature goes up before the sea
Sometimes
goes up.
Sometimes that has been true in the past.
Okay.
The opposite has also been true.
Sometimes that has been true in the past, but the opposite is also true. Well, then you just admitted.
Yep.
You just admitted.
Absolutely.
CO2 has nothing to do with it. Sometimes it drives temperature up. Sometimes temperature drives up the CO2.
The opposite is true.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
How dare you?
Well, you've blown your whole premise, right? Because the whole premise is that CO2 is driving up the temperature.
Right.
Well, if CO2 goes up before the temperature does, then I'm sorry, you lost your whole premise. It's out the window. Well, that is also true, but so is the opposite. Well, then, what are you talking about?
So, did they just have time to fill? And had
I don't know.
This guy?
It must have.
Yeah, go ahead. Slot him in.
Yeah, just I don't know. There's a touchy-feely aspect to this group, to the Faith Matters group. And they're very friendly to the LGBTQIA2 plus group.
Put out a helping hand.
And I think they're probably very friendly to people like Mr. Climate Change,
right?
Whoever he was.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob the climate change guy. Really awful. And, and they had booths set up for LGBT groups, because at a lot of conferences, they have the booths set up and they sell their wares or whatever. My wife and her friend actually went up to one of them and said, "Okay, what would you like us to do? What is it you're accomplishing here at this conference? What is it you would like to see happen?"
Good question.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. And they just really wanted to know. They weren't attacking these people.
Right.
And they said, "Well, we're just here to offer
awareness.
Support for families of people who are LGBTQ in this community." I thought, well, yeah, that's great. That's great. The families need support because that's tough. That's hard.
It sure is.
It's really hard. So I thought that was pretty cool. They give a help to the families, and they try to prevent suicides.
Right.
Because suicides are actually high in that community.
Also, that raises awareness. So that if there's, children or even whatever adults that are having issues with that,
right?
They see that, I'm not the only one.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so hopefully, you're safe. That could actually save lives. So I think that was awesome. What wasn't awesome was the man that 181 billion people voted for to lead this country. Wasn't it 181 billion?
I think it was close. Yeah, it was close to that.
I think
somewhere
it was.
Around in there. I don't recall the actual number.
It does. It goes up every time somebody says it. But he was brilliant as always this weekend. He was in Philadelphia, and he
touting Bidenomics.
Yeah, because Bidenomics has done so well.
Oh man,
right? Who's with me on that? Who's with me? Yeah. I knew you would be,
100%.
Jeffy, because you love Joe Biden. Chris, I can tell he's nodding his head. Yep, he's with me. Everybody's with me.
Look around.
Look around. Yeah, right.
Right. Look around.
We don't have to tell you. You know how well you're doing. You're doing great right now. And so we're not going to wait for you to tell us how you're doing. We're going to tell you that you're doing great because of Bidenomics.
That is Bidenomics.
So here he was on the way to tell us all how great we're doing because of his plans. Oh, jeez, please. Dude. Oh! Whoopsies! Oh, whoopsie daisies. And now he makes a joke out of it. I meant to do that. I've really...
So,
okay.
prior to that...
First of all, you got to note the fake jog again.
Yes. Prior to that, he gives the fake jog.
Yeah.
Comes all the way across.
Yeah.
And then...
Here he comes. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna.
No, he
look
gives
how
it-
fast I can go.
even before...
Now he's gonna hang on to the railing like it's a joke. You douchebag. Ugh. It makes me so
way
angry.
before that, when he first started... Yeah, that's the close-up of him.
Yeah. He almost went flat on his face.
Those guys, you look at the Secret Service again, play that again. You watch the Secret Service, and good for them. They're doing
concerned.
their job.
Yeah.
But these guys in the back are like, he's going down. He's going down.
Yeah, look at that.
They're ready, man.
They're ready to go pick him back up or whatever they have to do.
That would have been a
Find his sunglasses for him. Whatever.
But he came in where those Secret Service guys are, and he did another jog in the middle there.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah,
there's a different shot that's a little bit longer shot from a different angle. And you see him do the fake jog twice.
Yeah.
And it's just so stupid.
Terrible.
He's got such a habit of that.
I know.
It's like you're trying to fool us into thinking that you're spry because you can move your arm fast? Really? Do you think we're that stupid? And of course the answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, he does think
Now, I will
we're that
say,
stupid.
I don't know, because the people were off to his right there, stage left.
No! Ooh, oh, boy. Look at that. He almost went down.
Yeah,
how
that
great
was
would that have
so
been
close.
had he gone down again?
Would have been terrible.
Oh, how terrible would that have been if I get my words mixed up sometimes between great and terrible. Thank you for pointing that out. Because it's some kind of opposite disease that I have. Yeah.
So he goes
Terrible's the bad thing, right? So yeah. They would have been terrible if he'd gone head first, planted his face right in the stairs. Oh, that would have been terrible.
Thank you.
Awful.
So he goes up on stage. Stage left there, and he did that because he wanted to go up. He gave the fake jog. He wanted to shake hands. He shook the one guy's hand.
Yeah.
But really, notice now again, just for educational purposes, every stage has the handrails now.
Oh yeah, the double handrail.
And they're on both sides.
Yeah.
So
right.
I think really he needed to go up on stage right. Because this is his left hand side here. That's his weak side. That's his weak side.
Does he have a strong side? I don't think he has a strong side.
Yeah, the right side is the strong side.
I think both sides are weak sides at this point. The guy's so fragile. He doesn't have a strong side. He doesn't. But that is interesting because there was only railing on one side. Here.
No, they had railing on the other side too.
Oh, they did?
Yes,
Go
they
back
did.
to it.
Both sides had the railing on it. That's why I was I was like,
okay, here's the handshake. And there's the railing on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait. Let it go a little bit. No.
Yeah,
forward.
that's the other side of the stage. At that one shot, right there in the right-hand corner.
Yeah. Okay. And now, see, he's going up. Here he goes. There's only railing on one side there.
No. Oh, on one side of the stairs, right?
Yeah,
but
one
on
side of the stairs.
Stage right.
Yeah.
The railing would have been on
the
side.
other side.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is on his right side.
Yeah, he was told where to go and how to get up there and what to do, and he didn't. He can't do it.
And he
just can't do it.
His little crouch down.
Oh, that pisses me off.
What are we even doing? His little.
Yeah. Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm holding on, but I'm really I don't need to.
I'm a football player.
Yeah, I was really a really good football player, and I almost went to Naval Academy, but then Roger Staubach went, so I couldn't go.
I hate him.
And how did that stop you from going? Were you going to play quarterback?
Yeah.
No, he was not. No, he was a wide receiver or a running back.
You wouldn't want an all-time Hall of Fame quarterback throwing passes to you.
No, you wouldn't. If you're a receiver, no, you don't want that. You do not want that. All right, let me take a minute and tell you about something really important, and that is preborn. A recent study of hundreds of post-abortive women, 60% of them reported that they would have preferred to give birth if they'd received more support from others or if they had more financial security. And that's where preborn steps in. Preborn is there for women who are having a really hard time deciding between the life of their child and the death of their precious child. The reality is women are being pressured to make this fatal decision and are being told that their babies are just a clump of cells, so it doesn't matter anyway. If it's a clump of cells, it's like blowing your nose or something. Right. It's not a big deal. Preborn welcomes women with God's love and introduces them to the beautiful life that is growing inside them, and they do that through ultrasounds. It costs $28 to give a woman who is expecting an ultrasound. $28 to save a life. It doubles the chances that the baby will be born alive and have a shot at life. So when you support preborn, you not only support women, you empower them to have their babies. Your donation of $28 will help a woman make a choice that she won't have to regret for the rest of her life. And it gives her the ultimate blessing, life. Your love can save a baby's life. Just dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby. Or you could visit preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, well, we might as well.
He was a busy man.
Yeah,
this weekend.
Continue with the Biden stuff because there's so much of it.
He did Bidenomics on Friday, and then he was at the Human Rights Campaign dinner, and then he was on 60 Minutes last night.
Wow.
Now, I will say this: I didn't watch the 60 Minutes.
You know what? I didn't either.
I couldn't make myself watch the 60 Minutes.
But we had people watch it for us, so we
it was
didn't
amazing.
have to.
It was amazing?
It was riveting.
Amazing and riveting.
It was amazing for us.
Was he genius?
I will say that 60 Minutes are starting to notice that he is old.
Yeah.
And they make that really a point during the interview.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did they really?
They did.
You know, it's interesting because CBS is, I think, starting to wake up a little bit to this guy because they've done a number of stories and features and shown us things that they wouldn't normally have done before now. I think they are starting to become concerned at CBS that this guy can't do the job. And he certainly can't do it for the next 5 years after this.
Geez, he still has more time left in the office.
Yeah, he still has another year left on this particular term. And then,
haven't you done enough damage? Just leave.
I know. But, of course, he's not going to. All right, so let's start with Cut 6. They ask him if he's sure
Yes.
he wants to run again?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to run again? Look, you're, what, 1,000 years old? Or is it just that you look and act and sound 1,000? Is that what it is? I mean, you might be 1,000, but you've got the body of a 988-year-old. So, I mean, there's that.
Look at the way you fake jog.
Right? He can fake jog like no other 1,000-year-old I've ever seen. All right, let's see it.
Are you sure that you want to run again?
Yes, because I'm sure. Look,
what? Okay.
When I ran, I said the world's at an inflection point.
Yeah.
The world's changing. but we have an opportunity to make it. So imagine if we were able to succeed in getting the Middle East put in place where we have normalization of relations. I think we can do that.
For real?
Pause it for a second.
Is that for real?
We are in the middle of the worst violence in the Middle East since when? I don't know. It's in Israel. It's the worst
since ever, almost.
Almost. Probably since, I mean, the most Israeli deaths, the most Jewish deaths since the Holocaust. And it's the worst violence that's taken place on Israeli soil probably since the 67 war.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? And that's on your watch.
I mean, the Middle East
Buffoon?
is the Middle East,
Wow.
let alone Israel, is pretty close to being on fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we just sent a second carrier strike group to the Mediterranean.
That's just to help out a little.
Right. That's just so the conflict doesn't spread. Nobody else sees their opportunity to jump all over Israel, because then what? What are you saying then?
Yeah.
You're saying that then we will respond, is what you're saying.
You sure are.
You know, I've been thinking about this over the weekend and the last few days. I mean, they did kill 27 Americans. 27 Americans.
Yeah.
That's one of our worst terror experiences ever, right? It didn't happen on our soil like 9/11 did.
Still, though.
But I can't think of another time other than 9/11 when 27 Americans were killed, unless you go back to Beirut, right, with the bombing of the Marine barracks,
right,
where it was 250 or something Marines. I mean, it was horrible. But that's one of the worst losses of life for American citizens due to terror in ever. One of the worst. I bet it's top 5.
And we haven't responded.
And right. So I'm okay, I think, with the carrier groups being there. But do I want to get dragged into a Middle East conflict? No. No, I don't.
No,
I do not.
No.
But all right, let's hear the rest of this answer.
In getting the Middle East put in place where we have normalization of relations, I think we can do that.
Gosh.
Imagine what happens if we, in fact, unite all of Europe and Putin is finally put down where he cannot cause the kind of trouble he's been causing. We have enormous opportunities.
Okay, there's another thing that happened on his watch.
Yes.
Okay, you were there to stop it, and you didn't. With Ukraine and with this Palestinian uprising. Are you kidding me? Both of them happened on your watch. What is it you think you can do about it? Because you didn't, and you haven't. So, what the?
I don't know.
How does he turn these incredible losses into victories?
Well, I don't.
Every single time.
I don't know that they're actually victories, but.
Well, he thinks they are. He's trying to convince us that they are.
Yeah, he is trying to convince us that they are.
I think we can. Why? Why do you think you can? Because there's no indication. There's every indication of the opposite. That the world has gone to hell in a handbasket since you've been in office.
On his watch.
On his watch. It's become much more violent, much more deadly, much more insecure for the United States of America.
Yeah, wow. For the United States of America, at home and abroad.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. There's no question about that. You can't even debate that. All right, but he gave a message to Hamas.
Oh.
Bet that's going to scare him.
There's limited fighting already on the northern Israeli border, and I wonder what is your message to Hezbollah and its backer, Iran?
Don't. I do.
Don't.
Don't come across the border. Don't escalate this war.
That's right.
Right. Yeah, don't. That's my big, hard message. Listen to this. Don't. I said it 3 times, which makes it thrice effective. And I use the word thrice because that shows you how sharp my mind is. A lot of people wouldn't use the word thrice.
No, a lot of people would.
But I do. But I do because I can. Because I know the word.
Sure.
Don't. I guess if you add up all 4 times, it's 4.
Not thrice.
Not thrice.
I mean, come on.
Oh, that's
okay.
agonizing.
All right. I mean,
well, what a powerful message.
Hamas is
he
backing
said
off
don't.
on that.
He said don't,
Yeah.
so I guess we won't. Man, that was too scary for us, so we're not going to.
I mean,
that's pathetic.
I get I'm the president, so I said don't, and we're supposed to believe you, but nothing has been done from this administration.
Nothing.
To
well, they said
make
2
people
carrier strike groups.
Well,
they did do that.
Yeah, they have.
I will give them that. Let's give credit where credit is due. They have sent the carrier strike groups, and they say it's to prevent the spread. Right? Don't widen the conflict. Okay. Well, maybe they'll get the message about that. I don't know. But what a powerful message. Don't. It's got a 1-word message for Hamas.
Or for thrice. Or
don't.
Well, now we've realized it's like a quad message. Oh, man. All right. So
he's good.
He's good.
He's good.
He's good. I mean, wouldn't you stop it dead in your tracks if you heard him say, don't? Yeah, I think you would.
Yes.
I think you would. Here he is on Israel invading Gaza. Here's what he had to say about that.
Would you support Israeli occupation of Gaza at this point?
Okay.
I think it'd be a big mistake.
Pause for a second. With that whole, you support the occupation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Israel.
Okay.
Butt cheese.
Calm down, Scott.
Israel.
I know.
What do you mean? Would I support that they're occupying their own country? Yeah, I think I support that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do. They've left the Gaza Strip alone. It is part of their country. It was part of the country that was given to them. However, they left in 2005. They've been on their own that whole time, which is why they elected Hamas, right?
Could have gotten rid of Hamas at any time.
Oh, man. And they won't.
No,
and they won't.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There is something to be said for you get the government you deserve. They voted for these guys, and this is the government that they now have because you voted for them, right? So you bit this off, now you got to chew it. And I don't want bad things to happen to these people, but geez, when are they going to learn?
I know.
When are they going to learn?
Go ahead with Scott.
Yeah, let's hear the rest.
Would you support Israeli occupation of Gaza at this point?
Oh, man.
I think it'd be a big mistake. Look, what happened in Gaza, in my view, is
pathetic.
Hamas and the extreme elements of Hamas don't represent all the Palestinian people.
Oh.
And
they voted
for it. That it would be a mistake for Israel to occupy Gaza again. But to going in and taking out the extremists, the Hezbollah is up north, but Hamas down south is a necessary requirement.
And then the Mediterranean is somewhat east, and then or west, one of the two. And then Saudi Arabia is somewhere near east or west of them, too. So
I think
there's your geography for the day.
I tell you, that's what I expect from him, though. That it'd be a mistake for them to occupy their own country. It'd be a mistake. Okay. There's the Joe Biden we all expect. Thank you so much. It's agonizing, isn't it? It's just and there's much more to be agonized over.
Yay.
Coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Don't. That's the perfect place for that. Don't. That's the warning to Hamas from our president. Don't. Can you do the music again? Because if he had that music.
Oh, yeah.
Don't. Yeah, that's scary, right?
Yeah.
That's scary. I wouldn't. Under those circumstances. No, thank you. All right. From Sean, we got this tweet. Nothing emboldens our enemies to attack like Joe stumbling up and down stairs. Yeah. From literally binded grammar. Code requirements only call for railing on one side of the stairs, but every job I design demands it be on both. Yet somehow having it on only one side is sufficient for the president.
Oh, for the stairways going up, I see.
For the stairway.
The one side, yeah. Okay, take it easy on your code requirements, okay?
Well, Fury and Energy says it's not by code, but it's by demand of the people who, everybody wants it, but not the president. That's fine.
Nope. Well, no, because he's got to be seen going up the stairs, right? The blocks him.
And the last thing he wants to be seen doing is pulling
himself up
on
with both sides. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can you imagine? We'd have a field day with that. Pick a pool, the hypotheretical jackhole Pokemon. Joe Biden is a broken hip just waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. From Carl Smith, ever notice the only number Joe Biden can repeat consistently is 81 million? As in 81 million votes? Yeah, I've noticed that. Rock and roll G-Mom, give it a day or so, Beau Biden will have died in Israel.
That's coming.
That is coming. Yeah,
that is coming.
The Beau died in Iraq thing, he's been playing that up to everybody who will listen, especially at military bases. Now, because the focus has shifted to Israel, I'm sure.
And Beau, and I know what you're going through.
Well, that's what it'll be.
My son Beau died in Israel.
Yeah.
At the hands of Hamas. They gave him cancer, and he died here.
Watch it happen. Stairmaster Joe tweets, Joe Biden continues to be my nightmare. Full stop. Yeah. For us all, sadly, for us all.
I know.
But man, he did have kind of a busy weekend. He was he went to Philadelphia. He spoke on 60 Minutes, which was obviously
60 Minutes was last night, right? And there's some more stuff from 60 Minutes that we can get to. And he spoke at the Human Rights Campaign,
which we've got
dinner,
some
which
tasty stuff from that.
Good stuff. Jill opened up for him. Then he came out and spoke. Well, he stood there the whole time with Jill as Jill opened up for him. And then it looked like Jill disappeared for a little while, but not at the end. She came back
she's got to be
rescue
there
him.
to rescue him. She has to be there. Yeah,
which she did.
Yeah, of course. That's her job, I think.
I thought so too, but she's been missing in action for a while. So I think that
she's back though now. Yeah. She sees that he can't do it without her.
Yeah.
So
you people aren't doing your job. I'm going to have to do it for you.
Oh,
again.
She must be pissed.
Absolutely, she's pissed.
She must be really angry.
Furious.
Yeah, you're making him look bad. Furious. Will you please make sure he gets off stage?
There was a clip of them coming down from Air Force One, and she was walking with him the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was, it was a steady walk, but slow and steady, and there was no screw-ups or anything, but it was slow and steady. And at the bottom, at the end, when she waves to these people like, hello, thank you, she's got this look on her face like, this is how you do it, and I'm sick of it, I have to do it.
Yeah, okay? Yeah. I gave you your chance, but you can't do it. You've proven to me you can't do it.
100%.
You know that conversation has happened a million times. All right, let's go to cut 9. He spoke on 60 Minutes about Middle East wars.
Have you ever known a major war in Europe we didn't get sucked into? We don't want that to happen. We want to make sure those democracies are sustained.
No.
And Ukraine is critical in making sure that happens.
Wait.
Is it? How is
we were
Ukraine
talking about the
critical?
Middle East wars.
Yeah. And I thought we were talking about democratic societies, of which Ukraine sort of isn't.
Sort of isn't.
I mean, I guess they pretend to be, but come on. Let's be real here. Then he talks about U.S. troops being involved.
Can you foresee U.S. troops in combat in this new Middle East war?
No.
I don't think that's necessary. Israel has one of the finest fighting forces in the country.
Okay. He doesn't think it's necessary. And he's right. I mean, Israel does have the best fighting force in that region, for sure. By far.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Well,
I mean,
it was.
They looked bad at the beginning of this thing.
And it was,
That's
I
for
thought
sure.
I thought NASA was running the country this weekend, right? Because they were supposed to go into Gaza, and then it was started to rain and was cloudy, and they decided, no, we'll hold off.
NASA was supposed to?
Because every time it's cloudy and raining,
okay.
they
Right.
pause everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought they were running the country. 'Cause every time there's a cloud in the sky, we can't do anything.
Took me a second.
Okay, sorry.
Speaking of, since we've gotten off track here a little bit, might as well go further off track.
Okay, yes, it
Did
did.
you see the eclipse?
Yes.
You
I did.
Yeah,
Heck yeah, I
did
did.
too. We had some
It was awesome.
special glasses. Looked directly at the sun for about 20 minutes. Looked directly at it.
Yes, I did. We all partaked in
It was cool.
It was cool. Absolutely,
It was cool. I got tired of it after about 20 minutes. I'm like, okay.
20 minutes way
it's
too
cold
long.
out here. I'm going inside.
20 minutes is way too long.
Way
man.
too long.
Way too long. My kids were out.
standing there staring at the sun.
Yeah, my daughter.
Now what's it going to do?
My daughter loved it, and my wife took a bunch of pictures because we were out and we weren't at home and everything. But I was just like, "Yep, boy, that looks cool."
Did we
Okay,
get the
I'm
full
done.
Ring of Fire thing here like we did in Utah? Or was it not as covered up?
Not as covered up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned out to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Did you get the Ring of
Yeah.
Fire?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. But again, 20 minutes staring at the sun, that's probably enough for me.
100%.
A little more than enough, really.
100%. I asked my father-in-law, "Hey, you want to see the eclipse here?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you have glasses?
There it is. No, I let it
You
burn
stared
his
directly-
retinas right out of
Good.
his skull.
Yeah. Well, there's other things you could do. Like you punch a teeny little hole into a piece of paper and put some film over
we
it.
had the glasses, and
Yeah,
there was we had film that you put over other glasses.
I kind of thought this too. Couldn't you watch it through the iPhone or whatever phone you have?
Yes.
Yeah, and that wouldn't burn out your retina,
Shouldn't.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you didn't have the glasses or whatever,
the film,
you could
just
still
watch it through your phone.
still look at it, or you could record it and then watch it later.
Or you could wait for all the people that were taking millions of pictures
Yes.
of it to look at it.
Right.
Well, I know everybody wants to say that they saw it, which is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Which is what I did. I'm not doing 20 minutes.
No, that was too long. They actually stopped the conference. 3,000 people at this conference. They stopped so we could, and they had free glasses
nice.
for us. And so everybody went outside and stood in the parking lot, staring directly at the sun.
That was a good gathering.
Yeah, it's a good
Everyone
gathering,
together,
and it was a good optic. I thought it looked really, here's 3,000 morons staring at the sun. All right, there's
got to be a picture, right? There has to be a photo for promote the last conference we looked at the eclipse.
Oh, I know there's got to be pictures. We'll see if we can scare one up.
That's awesome.
Did we do the U.S. troops? Have we played that already?
Yes.
That's right. He can't imagine a scenario.
Yes.
And here he is trashing the GOP because you can't do an interview without trashing the GOP.
Look. This is not your father's Republican Party. 30% of it is
Pause
made
it
up
for a
of
second. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stand that.
Look, this is not your father's GOP.
How? Because the media is so like-minded. That's how he can get away with it all the time. I just long for the day when somebody says, "Are you kidding me? You're talking about the Republican Party being extreme? Have you seen yourselves? Have you looked in the mirror? Have you seen your policies which match up exactly with the Communist Party?
Yeah.
Are you aware that you are so close in ideology to the Communist Party USA that they didn't even field a candidate in 2020? They endorsed you. Are you aware of that, Mr. President?
I mean, you have the Hamas caucus.
Yeah, right.
Your stupid group of people.
Yep. I mean, you have literal socialists in your party. And the only reason that they don't call themselves that is because you can't be elected by calling yourself a socialist. Yeah. But everybody knows the Democratic Party is the party of socialism. Everybody knows it. You might as well just admit it now. But that drives me out of my mind. They're so extreme. Look how extreme they've gotten on abortion, for instance. Probably the most important issue that we have today. You can't even claim that you don't want any restriction. You can't say, yeah, I'd like to see a restriction in the 39th week. No. What? You'd be drummed out of the Democrat Party. You can't be
abortion
in favor.
Extremist.
Yeah, exactly. You can't support any restriction on abortion up to and including the birth. So I don't want to hear it. Jeez, it drives me out of my mind. So let's take the edge off here a little bit and tell you about something that will make your life more convenient, easy, and delicious. We're actually in the process of a full swing autumn now, and so you'll probably appreciate convenient meals that are wholesome and that are delicious. That's where Factor comes in. Factor is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, and it can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You save time, you eat well, and you stay on track with your healthy lifestyle choices. Level up with Gourmet Plus options, prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. I mean, these take 2 minutes. Heat them up in the microwave for 2 minutes. They're delicious. You don't have any mess. You don't have any preparation time. You don't have dishes afterwards. It's so great. This September, October now, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Just choose your meals. Enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered straight to your door. Ready in, again, just 2 minutes. No prep and no mess afterwards. So head to factormeals.com/Pat50 and use the promo code Pat50 to get 50% off. That's code Pat50 at factormeals.com/Pat50 to get 50% off.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Did we finish the GOP thing? I don't think we even got through the first one. Oh, we did?
Oh, that's the end of the GOP thing.
Okay. All right, let's play this from the start, the trashing of the GOP from Joe Biden.
Look.
I hate that so much.
This is not your father's Republican Party. 30% of it is made up of these MAGA Republicans who are maybe...
Oh, man.
Democracy is something they don't look at it the same way you and I look at democracy.
No, that's for sure. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for noticing that. You bet. You're exactly right. I look at democracy the way our founding fathers looked at democracy. You look at it like Lenin looked at democracy.
Yes.
And not John Lennon either. Vlad Lenin.
No, Vlad. Yeah.
It's hard to take, isn't it? It's hard to take.
And this is just the 60 Minutes interview.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we
still have the Human Rights Campaign
dinner that was awesome.
Ooh,
I don't know that you make it through that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We get him also 60 Minutes focusing on that he looks tired. Now, Pele does it as I'm told. I haven't seen this. I'm told Pele does it as a voiceover. So he didn't have the guts.
He didn't. He didn't have the giblets to say, "Hey, old man,
you look a little tired there, Joe."
Here it is.
As we spoke to the president, his Secretary of State was in Israel. His defense secretary was at a NATO meeting on Ukraine. America's oldest president seemed tired from directing all of this.
From directing all of
Directing. He's not
Stop
directing himself, let alone everybody else.
He could barely tell you that Blinken was in the Middle East or that what's his face was at NATO giving more money to Zelensky.
Unbelievable. But at least they acknowledged. He looked tired. Yeah, he did. He looks brain dead. Sounds brain dead. Acts brain dead. Maybe you could notice that, too. That would be great.
All right, so we could break up the Bidenomics for a little bit. One clip that we had last week while you were away at the Tupperware Amway gathering was of John Fetterman on Stephen Colbert.
Oh,
so they're dragging him out doing interviews. He's showing up at a big event in the next couple of weeks. That should be fun. But he was on Colbert, and I wanted you to. So he's on Colbert. He's got his screen on the desk because you can't go anywhere without his screen.
No, because that
you can't
interprets
talk to humans without that.
Can't do it.
But it's what he says that you have to see.
All right.
I know this happened while you were away at the looking at new products.
Yes.
Go ahead.
You all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C. Yes.
Yeah. Pause it for a sec. I mean, listen to the outrageous applause. Yeah, as the guy sits there in basketball shorts and a hoodie and has a pad there that translates what's being said and what he needs to say back to him. We're not sending our best and brightest.
You
got that right.
You can't make it up.
You can't. You can't.
You can't make it up.
Okay, we're sending a guy who had a massive stroke and nearly died. No, that's who we're sending to Washington, not our best and brightest. Oh, my gosh. They could have gotten Dr. Oz, who's not my favorite candidate of all time.
Still.
But he would have been exponentially better than John Fetterman. 1,000,000 times better than John Fetterman. That's amazing.
I know.
Is there more, or is it just the? All right, let's see.
You all should need to know that America is not sending their best and brightest, to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm a prime example.
Sometimes you literally just can't believe, these people are making the decisions that are determining the government here. It's actually scary.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, John. Yes.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Thanks for being with us. 888-900-3393. Still have some tasty stuff from our fearless, brave, sharp leader coming up here in a few minutes. And much more to get into as well. First, let me take a minute to tell you about Real Estate Agents I Trust. If you're moving, relocating, and you need to sell a home and then buy a home, you need a great realtor. You really do. And might I recommend? Yes, I might. In fact, I will. I will recommend Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is Glenn's company.
That's who you're going with.
Yeah, that's who I'm going with. Yep. And this is a free service that we provide to you. So it doesn't get any better than free. We just match you up with the best realtor in your area. And we know that because we've fully vetted these people. Make sure they have great track records. Make sure they're successful at what they do, because that's important, that they know what they're doing and they do their best for you, and then give you great advice on what to do with your home before you sell it in order to get the most money out of it, and help you find the most home for your money. Real Estate Agents I Trust, the name says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
Beware, Pat Gray is unleashed.
I think he was at the Human Rights Commission when he was talking about the 100 rounds thing again.
Yeah, he did. There was some.
He did some favorites.
Some stuff.
Yeah,
he did do some favorites.
He's playing the hits.
He did. He was playing the hits at the Human Rights Campaign dinner.
I'm going to be really disappointed, though, if he didn't ask if deer are wearing Kevlar now. I hope that's the case. Oh, no.
So we got...
Don't say he didn't say it.
We got Jill's husband.
Yeah.
We got multiple no joke, not a jokes.
Oh, geez.
We got whispering.
Oh, no.
What I watched, now I didn't just watch it, sit down and watch the entire speech. I just kind of fast forwarded through some clips because I was reading the transcript.
So you're looking for specific things.
That's correct.
You wanted to hear
Kevlar.
the hits.
I did not see Kevlar.
Dang it!
I know.
That's too bad.
But Jill opened up for him.
Oh,
they brought Jill, and they both walked out together because I guess he doesn't know how to
walk, get to a podium. He can't.
So Jill opened up for him. And she was, talking
terrific.
About yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Go
ahead, cut 6.
But despite the freedom and acceptance we have fought for in places like D.C., we know that in too many other parts of our country, these rights and freedoms are under attack.
Are they?
Across the country in places like Texas and Florida and Alabama, LGBTQ individuals don't have the freedom
That's just a lie.
to be honest with their family or embrace their gender identity at work.
What?
They don't have the freedom to walk down the halls of their school as their authentic self. They don't have the freedom to hold hands with their partner on the sidewalk.
Oh, my gosh.
That's unbelievable. They just keep hammering this lie.
I want to see one LGBTQIA2+ couple that has been arrested for holding hands on a sidewalk in Texas.
I would like to see someone even harassed.
Right.
On the streets of Texas or Alabama or Florida.
Just a brazen lie. What are you talking about? Do they have special rights? No, I mean, they actually do.
Yeah, they do, but they don't.
But they shouldn't. They shouldn't have special rights for any special interest group. We should all have the same. We should all have the same rights. Right? Isn't that what they said they were fighting for?
Yes.
When they got the gay marriage decision. That's what they wanted, supposedly, was to do what everybody else. What I have the freedom to marry whom I want, just like you do. Okay,
Yep.
Well, you're there.
Yep.
But that's not enough.
No, it is not.
It was never the goal. It really wasn't. They wanted much, much more than that. Wow.
So
the lie about Texas and Florida, just agonizing.
Oh, they threw in Alabama, too.
Well, yeah, because that's deep south, and you know how hateful they are in the deep south.
Right?
Yeah, name me one thing that's happened in any of those 3 states that is different from anywhere else. Tell me, is everybody in all of those states? You've just named about 70 million people, probably.
That's where that Jussie Smollett thing took place, right? Was it Texas or...
Oh, Texas or Alabama? Or Florida. It must have. Because,
it had to have been.
Yeah, because it was MAGA country, right? We heard it was MAGA country.
Yeah, we did.
And it would have to be in order to be out chanting about that at 2 in the morning when it's 20 below zero. Jeez.
Okay, so then she babbles and introduces Joe. She's
all right.
So happy to be there. And he steps up to the plate, cut 7, and talks about hope.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill's husband.
That's a funny one.
Folks, let me begin with a sincere thank you. Please, have a seat.
For what?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you understand that you are the beacon of light around the world, not a joke.
Not a joke.
Whether I was in India or wherever I am, the LGBTQ community comes up to me and says, can you help? Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke. Not a
Can
joke.
you help?
Not a joke.
Giving people so much hope.
Is it a joke, though, or are you
it's
joking?
all about hope. Think about it.
Think about it.
How do you live without hope?
He's whispering all about hope.
Oh, my gosh. Oof. Well, there's a lot there to digest.
Holy cow.
Play that again, in fact. Let's let that sink in. Let it wash over you. This is so good.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill's husband.
Never heard that
Folks, let me begin with a sincere thank you. Please, have a seat.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
They chanted for me.
I hope you understand that you are the beacon of light around the world, not
Pause
a joke.
Okay, because of their sexuality, because they like to do that particular activity differently than I do, they're the beacon of light for humanity? Really?
Well, the Human Rights Campaign is the beacon of light
is it?
for humanity.
Okay.
Not
all right.
just specific
And what is it about
plus
the Human Rights Campaign that makes it the beacon of light?
No, because they're
for humanity.
Because they show the world.
That
LGBTQ.
He can't even say that.
No, he can't.
Listen
he
for this.
He barely gets through that. I know.
That's coming up here.
Whether I was in India or wherever I am, LGBTQ community comes up to me and says, "Can you help?" Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Not a joke.
Can you help?
Not a joke.
You're giving people so much hope. No. It's all about hope. Think about it.
Think about it. It's not a joke.
How do you live without hope?
That's insulting that he's telling him it's. Why would I think it's a joke? Right?
I don't understand.
If you believe all of those things about the Human Rights Campaign, then you already think that it's all of the things he's saying.
Yeah.
Why would you believe it's that he's joking about it?
Not a joke. What? He thinks that makes it more serious?
He needs to be held accountable for his not a joke bull crap.
I think so.
It's bad.
Okay, so then we're going to go to cut 10. He gets heckled, and he can't hear the guy. The guy is heckling, talking about something about Hamas and free Hamas.
Oh no!
But he can't understand what he's saying because, well, no one can really. Mm-hmm. The article talks about what that person was chanting, but at the event, they don't know. They let Gaza live is what they were chanting. And
let Gaza live.
Let Gaza live and let Gaza live and cease fire now. But he can't understand it. But then the way he reacts, it's almost like he knows, and they chant 4 more years to cover up the heckling, and then he makes it seem like he knows he can't make it for another 4 years. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, all right.
The Biden-Harris administration has your back. I don't know who's hollering down there, but I can't hear you. But look.
Ceasefire now.
I can't hear her. What's she saying? Well, thank you. Whatever you're saying, I'm going to say thank you. I can't hear you. Look, I've been labeled the most.
Okay.
I get it. No. I'm not sure that's a good thing. No, I'm only joking.
Okay, right there, yeah.
Joking.
Okay,
now he's joking.
4 more years. 4 more years. Oh, I get it now. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Oh, I'm only joking.
Okay, that's what he's not joking, or he is joking about. Okay.
Yeah, he is joking. 4 more years. 4 more years. Oh, I get it now. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Oh, I'm only joking.
Wow. So is he saying it about the 4 more years, or is he saying it about what she was chanting about Palestine?
I took it that he's talking about the 4 more years because I don't think he ever heard
the other thing,
the hecklers.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever heard that.
Wow.
He only heard them saying 4 more years, which is why he said, "Oh, I get it now."
Yeah. Probably
thinking that the hecklers were saying 4 more years as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure that's a good thing.
No, you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
Let me assure him.
He's right about that. That's what I mean.
Yes, he's never been more right if that's what he was saying.
100%.
Wow.
Amazing.
Okay.
And so then I know that we want to get to the 100 rounds, but he talks about the Equality Act too. And,
okay.
And it's just we'll do the Equality Act, then we'll get to the 100 rounds because he is, of course, pulls out his old story about the getting married and then being kicked out of a restaurant.
All right. Let's hear that. I love that.
This is the United States of America.
It is?
The United States Congress, extreme MAGA Republicans trying to undo virtually every bit of progress we've made. They're trying to wipe out federal funding to end the HIV epidemic. Strip funding from community centers for seniors. Reinstate the ban on transgender troops. Ban the Department of Justice from enforcing civil rights laws. Ban pride flags from flying on public lands.
What?
Who the hell?
Oh, I'm sorry. He gets mad.
Wow. Pause it for just a second. Have you ever heard any inkling from Republicans about any of those things?
No.
I've never heard anybody say, you know what we need to do is stop pride flags from flying on public lands.
What? You have the Hamas caucus flying Palestinian flags in the Capitol.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
that's
I
right.
have said, I think I probably have said, probably don't need to do that. But.
Yeah. But, I mean.
It's still happening.
First of all, you're not in the U.S. Senate.
Correct.
Or the House of Representatives.
Correct.
You're not the President of the United States. So, whether or not we enjoy seeing the pride flag everywhere we look.
You lit up the White House.
Yeah, with the pride flag.
You lit up the White House.
Yep. Is there more for this? On the Equality
Act?
Yes. Oh, good. I can't wait to hear it.
Not very presidential.
No, well, you're not. That's true.
And they threaten the legal recognition of same-sex marriage.
No,
These
they
are just
don't.
the cruel attacks on the LGBT community. They're attacks on the foundations of our democracy.
We don't have a democracy.
They take aim at our fundamental values and principles.
No.
Like the right to free expression. The right to make our own health care decisions.
Oh, my
The right to raise our own children.
Oh, my
I'm never going to stand by and watch families terrorized, doctors and nurses criminalized, or any child targeted for who they are. It's who they are.
Who they are.
Unbelievable.
Jill and I, Kamala and Doug, and our entire administration will always stand with you against hate. Together, we're going to make even more progress. You've heard me say it before, and I apologize for having to repeat it. When a person can be married in the morning and thrown out of a restaurant for being gay in the afternoon, something is still fundamentally wrong in this country.
Right?
Right.
And that still exists.
It still exists. It happens all the time.
That's why
pause
we
it for a
must
second.
pass the
It happens all the time. You see a gay couple that's just been married, right? They're sitting at the diner. They were married that morning, having a little breakfast. They come back after, maybe they're not married at the time when they first had breakfast, but then they go and they get married.
And they come back.
Then they come back in the afternoon to celebrate, and they're tossed out of the restaurant. Man.
Oh, we didn't know you were.
If I had a nickel for every single
Oh, so
time
now you're gay and married. Get out. Okay.
That is unreal. It's illegal. You can't do that. It's already illegal. Are you trying to make
some of those special rights, by the way?
You trying to make it mega illegal?
Yeah.
Super Doppler illegal?
Well, yes.
How much more illegal can it be than illegal?
We don't have to play it, but that's what he starts screaming at the end. Is that that's why we have to pass the Equality Act.
Oh my gosh! No, it's already in the law. You can't discriminate based on sexual orientation.
So it makes me nervous when he starts touting acts that we need to pass.
Yeah. Well, yeah. More big government. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Please give us more.
And his thing
big
about
government.
Freedom of speech and everything. Who's been? It's just.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Oh my God,
that is outrageous. It is they who have been trying to stop speech all over social media.
Day.
Are you kidding?
Every day. Every day.
They're working right now.
Yes.
Trying to shut things down with Instagram and Facebook.
Inside the U.S. and outside of the United States of America.
Yes. Wow. That is, oh, man.
Okay, so I know we have a commercial to get to.
Yeah, we do. So we'll get to the rest of this coming up. But we got to talk about the gun chatter.
Yes.
Because it's good stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There's an organization that still backs Obamacare, gun control, extreme transgender policies that endanger our kids. And while they claim to be bipartisan or nonpartisan, The truth is, last year, 95% of their donations went to Democrats. That organization, of course, is the AARP. They don't represent the values of American seniors. Fortunately, there's a conservative alternative. It's AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. They proudly champion the right to free speech, religious liberty, and the Second Amendment. AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization that defends parents' rights to protect their children. They're also fighting to restore America's election integrity as well, which is huge. AMAC is pushing back against the efforts to defund police, for instance, weaken our borders, and indoctrinate and corrupt our youth. They have over 2 million members nationwide. AMAC, they're pro-faith, pro-family, pro-freedom, but they can't do this alone. So when you join, it gives you access to special low rates on cell phones and plans, health and wellness products, travel and lodging, vision, dental, and prescription drugs. So please, join today. Let's send AARP a really strong message that they don't represent America's seniors. Join AMAC today at amac.us/Pat. That's AMAC. amac.us/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome, 888-900-3393, Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Jeffy's yacht friend tweets, luckily for Lurch, John Fetterman, twos of people saw that appearance on Colbert.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're back live, so those shows are getting a couple of viewers anyway. I don't know how many.
Twos of people.
Yeah, twos.
Court Jester tweets, you're right, Joe. We don't look at democracy like you do. We look at it like a republic. Patriot Beagles 2. Don't. Then he filled his diaper.
Oh, see, that's just not nice.
That's just disrespectful to the office of the presidency, isn't it? Micah 6'8" is enough. Both parties are the same. So the Democrats need a defining wedge issue, and so they invent the alphabet equity crisis. It's nothing more than political posturing. Indeed.
I mean, it certainly seems that way, right? And we're never going to get a Speaker of the House, and we might now. All the reports are saying that they took the weekend off and they're coming back, and they don't know. I don't even think they're going to vote today. I think
it's tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow, and so nobody wants Jim Jordan. I say no one. I don't know that he has enough votes to make it, and there were reports that they might just elect a Democrat.
No, that's not going to happen. Crypto Ghosty. The thing I take from all of the Biden interviews, I'm sick of the hushed down tone of voice, like he's talking to an entire world of grandkids. Yeah, it's very condescending. Low Bird 10, not a joke. Biden, you got that right. Everything you've done so far, no one is laughing.
That's not a joke.
Yeah. It's like, that Bee Gees song from, I don't know, early 70s, 1970 or 68, somewhere in there. I started a joke that started the whole world laughing. Yeah. Or in one part, it's I started a joke that started the whole world crying. That's the joke that Joe Biden is telling us every single day. He started a joke that started the whole world crying.
Yeah. Not a joke. So we still have some more from the Human Rights Campaign because it's just so good. He went on to talk about the assault weapon ban. We've got to talk about that and weapons, guns.
Sure. Yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction.
And here he is. That's cut 8, I believe.
Correct.
And it goes a little something.
The Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, and the Health and Human Services has launched a safety partnership to better protect festivals and marches and community centers and businesses, to better protect healthcare providers serving the community.
Yell about it. Get
and
pissed.
to help folks report hate crimes.
Hate crime.
Nearly a year after the horrific shooting at Club Q in Colorado Springs, we have to fully implement the most significant gun safety law in nearly 30 years and then pass again the assault weapons ban, which Diane and I passed. No excuse.
Which didn't work. Which didn't work then, wouldn't work now.
Who in God's name needs a weapon with 100 rounds in a chamber?
Let's see. 100 rounds in the
The
chamber.
weapon's only meant for one thing, to kill people.
That's to kill people.
We did it before. We can do it again. As long as I'm in office, I'm not going to stop till we get it done again.
Yeah, you're not going to get it done.
That's great.
Who in God's name needs 100? Let's just skip the whole 100 rounds at a chamber thing. Jeez. I'm not a weapons expert, but even I know. If you're going to scream about this all the time, maybe you should figure out how it works, what it's called, where things go.
That would be a nice.
Yeah, wouldn't
that
it be
would
nice? Yeah, it really would. It would be, and it's shocking that they just apparently don't care what this guy says.
It doesn't matter.
Unless it just nothing gets through his head. I mean, are they too scared to correct him, Mr. President? It's not 100. The rounds don't go in the chamber.
I don't think so. I just think he doesn't care. He doesn't. You know, I feel like they tell him where to go, what to do, and he doesn't care.
I'd like to tell him where to go
because he's got it. You know?
Yeah, he does.
I mean, there's a clip Chris has been pushing all morning, so let's get to it so he doesn't break his heart.
Well, here's who is this? Is this the one that we're going to show you who might need 100 rounds in the barrel, or is that what it was chamber. In the chamber? Yeah, in the chamber. Okay.
Who in God's name needs a weapon with 100 rounds in a chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The weapon's only meant for one thing.
Look at that.
To kill people.
Right. And you could kill a lot of these animals that are pouring across that border. In fact, I read a story this morning about a family that had a safe room, and Hamas terrorists were trying to fight their way in. The guy had a pistol in there and shot one of them. That stopped the whole event. Right there. Saved their lives.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Did you get any of our Halloween cookies? Oh, you weren't here when I came in 2 consecutive days with boxes of Kexi cookies.
Yeah, I saw. I heard.
Delicious.
I heard.
Were they great?
They were fantastic.
Yeah.
The favorite one is the one with the worm. Oh, delicious.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's my favorite one.
Yeah, you like the grubs and worms one?
Yes.
Yeah. The name doesn't sound appetizing, but it really is. Really is delicious. Seems like Jeffy's a little bit butthurt.
No, I'm reading something else.
You're reading something else.
Something else right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
Kexi cookies.
Kexi. Is there a way to forget Kexi cookies?
Yeah,
is it possible?
There is. Thank you for asking. You could go to Kexi.com. Kexi. Kexi.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you believe we're halfway through October already?
No.
Unreal. We're almost to Halloween.
I know.
Wow, it goes by fast. The college football season, half over. We're at the halfway point already.
It's been a fun season, too, man.
Well, until Saturday, it was a fun season.
It's been a fun season.
That turned out not to be so fun. Jeez.
Is that the game that was here?
Yeah, it was at TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, yeah. While I was in their backyard, they were in my backyard, so to speak, about 30 minutes
and they
away.
Left with their tail between their legs, man.
Yeah, they lost to TCU 44-11.
It was not pretty.
No, it was not. And Missouri won.
Missouri won back in the top 25.
I didn't notice Nebraska for Keith.
I think they were off this week.
Were they?
I think there was a bye week.
Okay.
Yeah, college football was awesome. That Colorado game was awesome Friday night.
They came back from 29-3 or something.
Stanford came back 20. It was like 29-0, 29-3 at halftime, and they lost in overtime. It was incredible.
Wow.
Washington drove the final drive against Oregon, to win the game, and up in Washington, which was so much fun.
Notre Dame slaughtered USC.
Yes, it's been a fun season. Teams, that's what makes college football, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. NFL too. NFL was fun yesterday. I got to tell you, the NFL. I don't know what needs to happen, and I don't know if it's just some of the calls and non-calls from the referees have become maddening, and they really do affect the outcome of the game.
Yeah,
and it's just maddening.
They've got replay, too. They should be able to get things right.
Yes, and they've got replay, and they also are supposed to have the voice of reason up in the box or back in New York saying,
right.
No,
So
don't
they
worry about
don't
it. Move
miss
on.
anything.
But they do.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
do.
Incredible.
They do. All right. Joe Biden didn't miss much over the weekend. He talked about absolutely everything.
Yes, he did.
That we just love to hear from him.
Absolutely.
So good. One of them, of course, the assault weapons ban that he claims responsibility for back in 1998, and it didn't work. So claim all the credit you want on that. It didn't work.
Wants everyone to pass the Equality Act.
Yep.
Which
we already have, basically all of that. And so...
Did he ever get to climate change?
I think he did. Huh. Let's check that out. Cut 21.
By the way, it's the only existential threat to humanity. Is we don't do this. We don't stay below these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world's changing.
Yeah.
Our kids are going to be, and our
Dead.
grandkids are going to be
dead. All of them.
Anyway, I don't want to even think about it.
Anyway,
okay.
Oh, that's in Philadelphia.
Our kids are going to be, our grandkids are going to be, anyway.
They're going to be what? He wanted to say dead.
He did.
That's what he wanted to say.
He wanted
but
to
then
say
he
dead.
realized, okay, maybe I don't go that crazy over this thing.
Because
but why not? They're all doing it.
Right.
It's the only existential threat we face? Huh. So, no worries anymore about nuclear weapons. That's not an issue. Don't worry about that at all. Disease isn't a problem. Hamas isn't a problem. Terrorism is fine. No. Climate change. Give me a break.
I know.
Can we stop with this hoax? And of course, the answer is no. We can't stop with the hoax.
So that was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
All right. So is the two man kissing story? Did he do that in Philadelphia too, or were we back to the Human Rights Campaign?
No, he did that.
Okay,
at
this
Human
is back
Rights,
to the Human Rights
HRC.
Campaign.
Here's what he had to say.
Oh my gosh.
I've told the story
classics.
before, but tell it
you
again.
have.
I was raised by a man who was a really decent, honorable man.
Uh-huh.
I remember he
Unlike
dropping
you.
me off. I wanted to be. I wanted to work in the projects as a lifeguard on the east side of Wilmington.
Pause
And
it
he
for a
dropped
second.
me off.
He wanted to work in the projects. I think that's an aspiration we all share, isn't it? Everybody wants to work in the projects. Everybody. I don't know anybody who doesn't want to work in the projects. Man, that was a dream of mine that I just couldn't make a reality.
You want to start somewhere.
I'm a failure, I guess, because I just couldn't get it done. And so now that the projects have passed me by, I've never worked in the projects.
I mean, you can go back, I guess.
I guess it's never too late. That's what I'm told all the time. So maybe there's still a glimmer of hope for working in the projects, but I don't know. He's already done it, and he'll tell us about it.
And he was dropping me off on his way to work at the city hall to go get an application to be a lifeguard there. And as I got out of the car at the four corners of the center of town, two men. Turns out one going to the Brandywine, one was at work for the DuPont company. The other worked for Hercules Company. This was back when I was
How
a
does
kid.
he know who they work for? How do you know these two men you've never seen in your life? How do you know who they work for?
Because everybody, those were the gay guys in town.
And everybody knew the gay guys and where they worked?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, because he said he'd never seen it before, so...
And it was right in the center of town.
Yeah.
At the four corners.
Weird. All right, there's more.
And they leaned up and kissed one another.
Oh.
And I'd never seen that before.
Oh.
I turned and looked at my dad, and he just looked at me and said, Joey, it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple, Joey. They love one another.
First he said, Joey, it's simple. Then he said, it's simple, Joey. So he had it covered in whatever syntax.
Well, I think that's what
great.
Dad said.
Dad said, Joey.
Simple Joey.
Joey, it's
Why
simple.
don't you-
Simple it is.
Yeah. How about
Simple it is, Joey. Yes, yes. Simple it is.
I mean, it looks like
men
that-
they are. Kiss each other they do. Yes, yes. Normal it is. Yes.
I mean, maybe he was just calling Joe simple.
Maybe. So this has been told multiple times. He sees, I mean, this had to be, guys, 81 years old. This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Now he
said he's 15 or something. So this would have been in the 1950s-ish.
Well, it says here was 61?
Early
60 years
60s.
ago? 61. Back then, women, he didn't kiss in public.
Is his dad driving him to get an application when he's 20 years old?
So in 2014, he offered another variation.
All right.
Saying he was driving with his father while a junior in high school.
Okay.
Seeing two men kissing next to the car. Were waiting at a red light. Yet he also then in 2014 told the New York Times Biden was the father. He described how one of his sons looked up at him quizzing. So he turned himself into it.
No, really?
Okay. Biden was the father. Described how
Joey was the father talking to one of his sons, Bo or Hunter.
Looked up at him quizzically after seeing two men headed off to work
Oh
kiss
my
each
gosh.
other. And I said, they love each other, honey, and that was it.
And he calls his sons honey?
That's what he said.
Okay, that's a problem right there. That's thing one.
So that was in 2014.
So he was the guy then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
Now,
This is
then there's
shameless.
the story where in 87 that he talked about seeing they tried to put off a visit to a gay couple who were strong supporters of the senator. And my dad said, "Look, damn it, you're my son, aren't you? I'm telling you that they're good people. It's important to me that you meet them. Where the hell have you been raised?"
So these weren't kissing.
No, this story is he's trying to put off seeing the gay couple. He's trying to put off seeing the gay couple.
Well, so he's the villain in this in this version.
And the dad is saying, "Look, they're good people. You got to go see them."
Wow. Okay.
So
do we have any other variations on the theme? Or that is, come on. How does he get away with this stuff all the time?
I don't know.
But, I mean, the Washington Post has debunked this story, too. But he keeps telling it. He just keeps telling it.
Yeah, that story that he just told is different from any of these. There's no...
Unbelievable.
The story he just told. No, we've heard that story. Yeah. We've heard that one before.
We've never heard the Four Corners part of it.
I think we have.
We?
Center of town.
Okay.
The center of downtown. Because we questioned how he knew where they worked.
And, yeah. Well,
before, I think.
I don't know if we have. I'm not sure I noticed that before.
Or the projects. I never heard about the projects. I heard about him being about the lifeguard.
That's new. Yeah, the project
lifeguard
thing is new.
Yeah. Huh. Well, and then, of course, the lifeguard application led to the job where he actually put his legs in the water and let all the kids come up and feel his legs, push the hair up on his legs, and then watch as it either came back down or up. I forget which way it was. And that proved that he loves children jumping into his lap.
Right. So he knows about roaches.
He knows about roaches, and he knows about children jumping into his lap.
Correct.
And he loves children jumping into his lap. So, I mean,
goodness gracious.
There's that.
I got hairy legs.
Right.
That turn blonde in the sun.
In the sun.
And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool
and he'd let
rub my leg down.
And I guess he'd
so
let
it was
him,
straight, and then watch the hair.
Watch the hair
come back up again.
It came back
They'd
up
look
again.
at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
And what?
And I love kids jumping on my lap.
Got it. All right. What a sick, perverted.
What a dude.
So are the kids the roaches?
I'm not sure where the roaches fit in. Somebody told me once because we.
Oh, you know where they fit in.
Where do they fit in?
They're racist.
Okay. Where?
I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay.
Not in today's
because
world.
I don't know where they fit in.
Yeah,
but
you
that's
do.
strange.
You do though.
You do. Let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Undertack. With all the talk about the movie Sound of Freedom, the horrors of human trafficking got some much needed attention. What if I told you that you could help in the fight before you even put your pants on in the morning? Undertack isn't your typical men's boxers. They're made with modal. Think of it like cotton, just way better. It's 50% more moisture wicking. It's antibacterial and it's way softer. Undertack stays in place with a sturdy yet comfortable. Extra wide waistband. You're going to love these. The fly design, brilliantly straightforward. It's durable. They're ultra light. They're fade resistant and shrink resistant. And here's the best part. They're almost 30% less than the competition. And they donate a portion of their profits to multiple organizations fighting human trafficking. So get a drawer full today, undertac.com. That's undertac.com. You'll get 20% off site-wide when you use my offer code PAT20. Undertac comes with a satisfaction guarantee. So you're going to love these while they're helping to make the world a better place to live. Undertac.com, under and then TAC.com. Undertac.com, offer code PAT20.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right. There's not been enough Joe Biden yet.
No.
There's not been enough Joe Biden yet. All right, so this one I didn't see. I'm told this was at the HRC, right? The NFL joke?
Okay.
No, this was Philadelphia. Okay.
It's not even a joke, really. It's just him being a buffoon. I mean,
well, the whole thing started when he tripped and almost fell on his face.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that was close. That no joke though. He did almost fall.
You're not joking?
No, I'm not joking. He did almost trip.
Jeff, he's not joking. Look, he doesn't joke. Okay? I'm not joking. Don't jump. Don't jump. So this is
notice how they kept all the crowd in Philadelphia and at the HRC down on the floors. Nobody up top.
Nobody jumped.
Nobody up top.
So that's good.
You see somebody up top in the rafters, man, he's got to say don't jump.
Has to.
He has to. It's a must for him. So this is in Philadelphia so it's not a joke. It's just him being a doofus.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
my gosh.
Here he is.
Trying to fit in.
Cut 24.
Yo! Between the Phillies and Eagles, man, it's a good year, man. This is a good year. We're going to win the series and the NFL. Look, if I didn't say that, Bobby Brady would be up on the stage here with me.
Okay, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Absolutely not.
Supposedly this big football
Absolutely
aficionado.
Not.
He was a great athlete in high school and college. Yet, they're going to win the NFL?
And Jill is the one who's the big Philadelphia fan, not him. He's just trying to suck in being in Philadelphia, yeah.
So he's talking about the Phillies and the Eagles are going to win the World Series.
They're going to win the series and the NFL.
Because that's how you say it.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
That's how you say it. If you're a sports fan.
If you're in the know, that's how you say it.
That's exactly right.
That's like Obama and his Miami Heats thing.
Yes.
It just shows they don't know what they're talking about.
No, they don't know what they're talking about at all. All right, so we've wrapped up Philly, and we've got the human rights campaign, which has been wonderful, and we've learned so much from our president. But when he's done, don't forget Jill opened up for him.
Right.
And
okay.
He gave his speech, and I guess she was just standing off in the, off
on
to
the
side. Yeah, because I didn't see her on stage when he was speaking, but she was there. Because once that speech ended, no one knows how to get him off the stage, including himself.
That's for sure.
So she knows that when she's there, that's her gig.
Does he come up? She comes up and rescues him?
Absolutely, she does.
So typical. Here's a look at that.
Don doesn't know where to go.
Okay, where do I go?
Okay.
Did she slap him in the back of the head? Hey, stupid.
Did you see the look on her face, too? Oh, we have to play that again.
Go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, honey. Okay. Let's get this look. Oh, let's go.
And then she has to show him the way.
All right.
And she does. And then he waddles off again. Oh, my gosh. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
Hi,
honey.
Jill.
Come on. I'm going to wave. Let's go. She's so pissed right there.
She is. She is.
Pissed right there.
Inside is a burning rage going on.
She could put fire rays from her eyes into him right there.
So good.
She is so pissed.
Oh, man. And this is the guy. This is the guy that's leading us into the next who knows how long with so many important things happening in the world right now. So many tragedies, travesties, wars, rumors of wars, and he's the guy.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
He wants to combine aid for Ukraine with aid for Israel. He wants to tie them together so that he can then say, okay, the MAGA Republicans are denying aid to Israel.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to be able to do.
Yes.
Because the Republicans are done, many of them anyway, not all of them, but some of them are done with funding Ukraine at, to the tune we've been funding them.
Yeah, it's over. I mean, that people are, we are done. It's coming to an end. Even we played the clip last week of Kirby saying it.
John Kirby, yeah.
Admitting that it was the rope is coming to an end.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that was on the day that we just handed another couple $100 million to him over there. But Kirby was asked, obviously it's coming to an end. So they were changing their tune on forever, as long as it takes. They are changing the tune there.
Well, they have to, because the Republicans are finally growing weary of it. And
it's about time.
Then the support for Israel tied into Ukraine is really asinine and ridiculous. It's ridiculous to couple those two things together. They can't do that.
One of the reasons I was trying to think, why would they want to do that? And I think that, there's been so many protests around the world and in this country.
Did you see the Dallas protest downtown?
Pro-Palestine. Well, I'm sorry, they're not protests. They're pro-Palestinian marches.
Look at this. This happened in Dallas over the weekend. This is a pro-Palestinian rally. Dallas, Texas. Look at the amount of people there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And there's a better shot coming up here.
This is happening.
Look at that.
All around America and the world.
Yep. I think they had 50,000 in New York.
I mean, it's incredible.
But they've got. Okay, so here's the beginning. So you see, and then we're going to pan back and show how long that...
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, you're all supporting Hamas and the Palestinian people who want the total and complete destruction of Israel. They're not going to rest. They're not going to be happy until they accomplish that. And that's what you support? Jeez.
I know.
We've seen so many horrifying stories. The IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, released a bunch of pictures of dead babies. Why did they do that? To show you who Hamas is. This is what they're dealing with. People who slaughter babies and toddlers. They had just heart-wrenching stories about families who... a lot of people in Israel, especially along the border with the Gaza Strip, have safe rooms and bomb shelters. Because they have to.
That started. We took tours of some of the buildings and homes when one of the trips that we were in Israel, and they put those all in when they were being rocket shattered.
Yeah, over and over.
Over and over and over again.
So most of the homes that are built with safe rooms.
Yeah.
So there's a story of a family who gathered their kids together and went into their safe room, but they didn't have a lock. I don't know why you wouldn't have a lock on your safe room. So they had to jam a chair up against the doorknob, and then they put a cabinet against the chair, and then they leaned against the cabinet
I guess
to try to keep...
The safe room wasn't for... safe room really wasn't supposed
it might
to
have
be
been
for attacks, right?
I don't
Personal
know.
Attacks.
I don't know. It called it a safe room, not a bomb shelter. But they could hear Hamas rummaging around and destroying their home downstairs, and they were just texting people, "Please help us! Please, Hamas is in our house right now. Please help us!" And finally, the terrorists made their way upstairs, and they couldn't get in. They rattled the door. Couldn't get in, so they started shooting through the door. Right. Fortunately, the man had a weapon and shot back at him. And so then they went downstairs again and came back up with a rocket launcher, with a rocket-propelled grenade. And before they could fire that off, the guy shot one of them in the leg. And, that finally ended the threat with these cowards. Oh, okay, you're going to fight back? Well, then we're going to leave. They left.
I bet he wished he would have had a chamber with 100 rounds.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's the whole point. You need a magazine that's capable of firing more than one shot. How many terrorists could be in your home at some point? Look at that Dallas rally. These people love terrorists and terrorism. That was Dallas freaking Texas. It's happening all over the country. And so with 7 million people having crossed the border illegally under this administration's
you're not saying the
watch.
people that we watched in the rally in Dallas were illegal.
I'm just saying, no, not necessarily, but I'm just saying the 7 million that have come here, we don't know that every single one of them is good, decent, hardworking, wonderful family people.
I mean, it's holy cow.
Is there not a terrorist in that group at all? Not one. Not one of the 7 million hates America and is willing to do something violent against us.
Escaping climate crisis.
Okay, right. Because climate change is the only existential threat we face. I mean, it's unreal, isn't it?
It is. It is.
We still haven't gotten to everything. We'll get to more of it on Overtime and then much more coming up tomorrow on Pat Gray Unleashed. See you then.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.